Alright, so just came across this Mandela effect, and it's one of these things where I haven't looked at the word Amtrak for a long time, and when I've seen it in the news, it's just been brief. I haven't really paid attention, but Amtrak struck me as wrong, and didn't strike me as wrong. I went in to type it as Amtrak, like you're leaving tracks with your, shoes or tracking something with a CK. And of course, you get Amtrak with just the K. So then, looking it up here, 1971 to 2000, it's been like this with that. And of course, we have this Wikipedia commonly misspelled as Amtrak. Okay, of course, we know where they stand on everything. But first thing I wanted to show here was actually, the New York Times, because if anybody has fact checkers, spelling checkers, it's them. New York Times, Amtrak, and in classic Mandela effect style, it has Amtrak spelled the way it is now today. So in the main title, it's with the CK, and that's the way you naturally spell it. And so, of course, in this thing here, it's a military amphibious tracked vehicles they used during World War II and in the Korean War and later on as well. But I always remember Amtrak with the CK. I don't remember any confusion in my mind thinking, oh, with a K, isn't that cool? No C, but looking further, so you can see here they talk about military Amtraks. But when you search for Amtrak railroad train, keep it confined, you find plenty of Amtrak. I'm sure there's many more with the K, just the K and no C. But here we have at least 4,000, Amtrak. And you find it in other places too. Amtrak, derailment, Amtrak as well. Also here. This is very recent. You think by now people would have wised up to their mistake, They'd be like, no, it's spelled this way. You've heard it for a long time. This. Okay, this is just the. But so yeah, I just wanted to show that to people. I don't know if anyone else has found this, but I just saw this and wanted to bring it to people's attention. I also wanted to point out here that when they announce Amtrak, they announce that it is a combination of the two words, America and track. So it's not just simply, in fact, it's a contraction of America and track. Like a contraction is a combination of the two words. It's not sort of just a nifty word. It's actually a contraction. And so I'm going to be showing a couple examples of this example and another one. But then I'm going to go on to something else about the company that Amtrak came out of, or the government operation, I don't know what you call it, government company, that Amtrak formed out of, Railpack or Railpacks, depending on how you spell it. There's like 3 or 4 different spellings of the corporation before Amtrak. So I'm going to get into that right after I show you this. And so the stuff on Railpax is a little more confusing than the Amtrak because there's like 4 names, and I go through the information trying to decipher if they're really talking about the same thing. And I'm 90% sure they are. And this is a funny article because it has Amtrak with just a K, but they're also showing the confusion might be with the military vehicle Amtrak with a CK. And in a lot of these articles, they're the same word. with a CK. Okay, so I'm also seeing this other strange. I don't know if I could call it a Mandela effect, eh, but because I've never heard of the corporation before, so that's this is just in relation to Amtrak with the CK. It used to be called Railpax. Now, okay, so you're seeing. I just was looking at it. Amtrak here is without the C. Of course, it's with the C here, but uh, let me look at it here. Where are we? So rail here it's Railpack without an X, but here it's spelled. I looked it up just to see Railpack. You know, like what am I looking at? What is this planet, dude? Railpack, the Railpack with a C. And back here, see if I can find this. Railpacks. This is just weird, man. I mean, I've never even heard of it, so it's not like something that I remember one way and is another. I'm just seeing it like, because you know, I'm looking at Amtrak with just the K, and then they have this other company before it. I don't know what it was exactly, like a precursor or just a corporation that was gonna be Amtrak, uh, because it's the Rail Passenger Corporation, and here it has Railpack, and then it has Railpack CK there. So okay, Rail Passenger Corporation. Now Railpack with a CK. Railpacks with the X. Railpacks. This is the National Railroad Passenger Corporation. This is Rail Passenger Corporation. Railpack. Railpacks. Who knows, man? Railpacks. National Rail Passenger Corporation. So we have a C, CK, S, and an X. And I mean, you don't go that far afield from what it. I mean, unless they're changing their name every other day. Railpack, the Rail Passenger Corporation. Railpack. Railpacks. National Railroad Transportation. Passenger. Well, one is passenger and one is transportation. No, one is passenger. Oh, this is confusing. So, anyways, just looking at this Railpacks. I just tried to look it up with the same Rail Passenger Corporation. So here we have it, Railpack, and it's being announced. It has John A. Volpe, Railpack, Rail Passenger Corporation. Okay, and then we try it with the X at the end, Rail Passenger Corporation, and it has well, Volpe is in this one as well, but Rail Passenger. Not, well, of course, it says National Rail Passenger. Maybe there's a difference there, but of course, this is now known as Amtrak. So this is with the Railpack. Railpack with a K. Railpack with a K. That's another deviation. Here, let's try this. Yeah, Railpack. I mean, if these are three different ones, and we're talking Volt, here's the guy Volpa in on it again. So this is 1971, January 29th. This is January 29th, 1971. Railpack with a C. Railpack with a CK. This is May 1971. Railpax with an X. All the same. Rail Passenger Corporation. Railpack. Rail Passenger Corporation. Railpax. Railpack. You know, so this one's confusing. Definitely what you would call a sidetrack. Because it's not a straight up Mandela effect. I'd never heard of this company before. But I wanted to throw that out there. Okay, here's further weirdness. Nixon aims Railpack's plan at saving passenger trains. So this is 1970, January 19th, called Railpax, the corporation. And stock in Railpax. Pax is an abbreviation for passengers, used commonly in the transportation field. Railpax.